I hope. Let me just have a look. I think we are live. Can anybody see us? Are we? Yeah, it says live in my thing. So
Okay.
today we are just going to have a little chat. Don't know how long it's going to last for. I've got the wonderful, beautiful Kirsten all the way from North Carolina in the US of A. Good morning to you, Kirsten. How are
Thank you. Good
you?
afternoon to you.
Yeah, it is. It's just gone. Well, it's just gone 2 o'clock here, and it's a beautiful day. Yeehaw! For once.
Yay.
Yay.
For once.
How's it over there? What's the weather like over there?
The sun is out. Whenever the sun's out, I'm okay with it being a little cool. It's probably it's a little cool right now. It's like probably 40 something right now. Um,
Okay.
but it'll be mid 60s. So we'll have the same weather today. Is that funny?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
Are you currently having sort of like frosts overnight or cold, very cold overnight?
Yes. It's still like in the 30s overnight and in the mornings. And in the mornings are when we do our workouts. So all the girls are all bundled up. It's cold. But we have an afternoon boot camp, but that's when everyone wears shorts and tank tops because it's like a 40-degree span this time of year. So like 30 in the morning and 70s in the afternoon. It's kind of
Right.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, we can have all 4 seasons in one day.
That's
I've
nuts.
known it to be snowing, raining, windy, sunny, all in one day. And we in the past have even had snow in June. Would you
Oh
believe?
gosh, Abby, that is not good. That's not good. I'd be so mad.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't happen often, but you never know. I mean, April is, it's not unusual to have snow in April here
Wow,
for us. Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
anyway, so
There's
let's.
Gavin.
Oh, we got Smithy on.
So
Hello,
where
Smithy. How
is
you
Gavin?
doing?
Where is he in association with where you are?
So Smithy is in. I think you're in Sussex. I think was you've got a lady who in your boot camp who's from Sussex.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure he's down in
That's Misty.
Sussex,
Hi,
somewhere down
Misty.
there. So Smithy, he would live about 150 miles away, I think, from where
Okay.
I am,
Okay.
ish. Oh, near Gatwick. So
Got
that's
it.
just south of London.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so maybe not 150. Yeah, yeah.
Is that near Sussex?
Sussex, yeah, so that is in Sussex,
So
Gatwick Airport.
he might know my friend's family.
Yeah. And what town did she come from? Do you remember? You did tell me, and I've
I
forgotten.
know. I have it written down somewhere. But
Yeah,
she's lovely.
yeah,
Lovely. I just
yeah,
love her and her family. So
yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
Sussex. Oh my gosh, you might know that family. Because I
yeah,
would imagine, I mean, maybe not.
yeah. Probably not. No.
Probably not. I mean, yeah, if someone
Probably
lives in
not.
Charlotte, doesn't mean I know them. So,
No.
oh wow.
Anyway, Kirsten. So tell us a little bit about you, and who are you? What do you do?
Yep.
Fitness and non-fitness and whatever.
Yes. Well, I am a mom of 3 adult children, and my oldest is 26, which I cannot even believe. She's been married for 4 years. She was in a lot of my videos about a year ago, but she's gotten very busy. She's going to be a counselor. So she has internships, going to school, getting her master's. So she's very busy. So I miss her. I do see her. We live near each other, so I see her, when we can. But she used to do a lot of my videos, and I miss her. I have an adult son that works. He's got a real job, and then my youngest son is at school. He's a senior at a college here in North Carolina, and I've been married for, oh my goodness, 32 years. So
Wow.
yeah, so that's me. And then I'm a health coach. I'm a fitness instructor. I'm a personal trainer. I have private clients. I have boot camp sessions, sometimes some 2 a day. And yeah, so that's just a little bit about me. I've been doing fitness forever. I used to own a gym and several fitness businesses, and then came here to Charlotte and continued my passion for fitness, not just doing it myself, but sharing it with others. and helping other people achieve their goals. That's kind of where I get my thing from, my
Yeah.
passion, just helping other people.
Yeah, and I think that that's, when you're in the fitness industry like we are, I think one of the reasons why we do it is because we want to help others. Some people struggle more than we do. I know Misty's on the call, and she's struggled, and she's been quite open about, it is a struggle. Daniela, who we know as well, we've never been in that situation, so we can only do what we can do to help people who have been in that situation. But I love it.
And I love it too. And that's why I think, and I've told this to Misty too, and Daniela, they're in such a great position because they lived it and they've coached themselves through it. And they're in such a position to be like, this is what worked for me. Maybe this can work for you. Like you and I, like we're certified and, we can help people from experience and the knowledge that we've learned, but they've lived it. They've walked through it. They know what works for them. And so I call Misty coach because I'm like, you're going to be an amazing coach. You're already a coach, but you're going to be an amazing coach someday because they've lived it. They've walked it. They know what works.
Exactly. And I think Daniela's talked about a few times about becoming a qualified PT as well. And I hope she does.
Great.
I hope she does. Go on.
Gavin says he enjoys helping others too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it so special is that the passion, and you can tell from the pictures he shares on social media, like it is a camaraderie. It is encouragement. It's support. I think more people, and this has been proven, more people are more successful with a support group around them. And that's what I like to provide. That's what I like to be like, come on, like-minded people, let's go have fun. Let's support each other, motivate each other. And I see that with Gavin too.
And, and we'll come on to more about YouTube itself in a bit, but that's the beauty of it's like modern technology is we can do this around the world and not just in our local areas. And this is what I love about it is, you're all the way over across the big pond. And, but, and we've got people like Daniela's in Calgary, and we've got people in probably Australia, New Zealand, all around the world and supporting each other, whether they are PTs or whether they've been through the problems, still going through the problems and really struggling. And the support is absolutely crucial. I had a PT client who really didn't get any support from her close family.
That's right.
So she gave up.
Yes.
And and it's difficult when you don't get the support from your close family, let alone the wider world, if you like.
There's been a lot of research done that you are more apt to give up if you do not have that. Hey, Paul. Paul's over here.
Paul, how you doing? Yeah.
Good to see you, Paul. He's an awesome coach.
He is, yeah.
Not just for running, but just for your inspiration, Paul. It's amazing.
Yeah. And as like Sam, I'm not sure if Sam's still here. He's in the British Army, and he gives lots of tips about how to, if you want to join the army, what fitness you need to do and everything like that.
So is that Military Fitness Channel? I'll have to check him out.
Yeah. If he's still here, yeah. And Mel, she's over in Greece.
Yeah, I love Mel.
Yeah, she's great, isn't she?
Yes.
Again, we've all got different styles, right? But they all fit somebody's ideal, And Sam's still here, and Paul, and and that's what I love about the whole thing. So, your fitness journey, right? You've told us a little bit about it. How old were you when you first realized that actually I quite like this kind of thing?
I was pretty young. I started at probably college. And then right out of college, I taught in addition to my real profession, which was television news, way back in my other life. So long ago. I used to teach on the weekends and in the mornings because I worked at nighttime. And so I knew probably in my 20s that this was something I wanted to do. And then when my middle son was born, I'm like, you know what? I want to do this full time. I want to get out of, news writing and production and get into full-time fitness. And so that's when I got my certification, because I had this deep need. I wanted to help people, and I would never be a doctor because my retention is not that great. I'm like, what's one way I can help people? I'm like, I can help people through fitness.
Yeah.
And I do believe it was, I don't know, I've talked to God about it, and he was pretty open about the direction I needed to go. So yeah, so I love it. I love it.
So this is Lisa. This is my daughter.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm similar. I've been doing some kind of activity, as a schoolboy in the 60s, not just playing, but playing football, or should I say soccer, in the 60s. And it carried through to my teens when I was joined the Navy at the age of 17 in 1977, and all the way through, up until I'm now years old.
Be proud of it, Augie.
Yeah, 61. And, it's a passion. And at the age of 57, I was working down in London, and I thought, I'm going to get my PT qualification. And I did.
Good for you.
So I was quite late in life, but I'm glad I've done it now, because I have helped quite a few people.
That's awesome. And so you have clients, right?
I do. So I've got a group of 3 actually, and they range from age, the youngest is 67 to 75 years old. Wow. So I train them on a Monday. I've got somebody who you've seen, Claire, okay, and also I've got another lady who is 65, and the progress she's making, right, is unbelievable. I'll give you a story. I trained her yesterday morning, and she bought a pair of shorts 9 weeks ago to go on holiday. She didn't take them on, the shorts, on holiday because she couldn't get them over her legs. She tried them on this week, just gone, and they're now too big in 9 weeks.
Wow.
How's that?
Amazing. I love the clothes test. In fact, I was just talking to a friend yesterday, and she was a little frustrated because of the scale. I'm like, get off the scale, put it away, because people will weigh themselves every day. And I'm like, no, clothes test, right? Clothes test, pictures. Like, those are the best ways to be able to tell that something is changing in your body. That's amazing, Augie. And that's, you know what else that shows? It's never too late.
Correct.
It's never too late.
Yeah, I mean, she used to, got a dog, used to struggle taking the dog for a walk, get out of breath, just taking the dog for a walk.
Wow, yeah.
But now, that's not a problem. She's made so much progress. It's unbelievable.
That's wonderful. And when it all comes right down to it, that's what it's all about. You're stronger for life. Your quality of life gets better. Your health gets better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. And that says more than any words that you can say, Augie.
Yeah.
Your actions are far outweigh any words you could say.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's a big exercise. They watch
Emily Heller. I don't know that name.
Oh, Emily Heller.
She's currently a news producer in New York. Yeah.
Wow. I'll have to
So I'm intrigued about your career in television. Were you actually a presenter, or were you behind the scenes?
I was behind the scenes. I was way back. I was the first, one of the first news producers for the 10 o'clock news in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. So the news was always 6 and 11, right? Way back then. But then we wanted to add in a 10 p.m. news. And so straight out of school, I worked in Youngstown, Ohio, as a producer, and then got a job at Cleveland, which is a larger market in Ohio. And I was a news producer for the 10 o'clock news. So it was really cool, but very stressful. The Gulf War was going on at the time. And so it was so stressful. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and start screaming, like, take camera 2, all this stuff. And my husband was like, maybe this is not good for you.
No, yeah. Maybe a career change is the best thing. So I'm just looking at Smithy's comment, got PT qualification when he was 33, so I was also late.
Nice.
But enjoy it now. Smithy's channel is blown up. It's
Oh
unbelievable.
my gosh.
But he does a lot. He does a lot. But I think Smithy's on.
I don't know how he does it all. I'm like, how do you how do you do it? Are there two of you?
Kids, and he's got 5 kids. I think at least one of them's an adult.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Amazing.
And he's just put another comment, hates the scales. And this is what I did a video on this, is they are liars. The scale is one of the biggest liar you could have. Okay, it's a measurement that you can use, but it's a liar because it just measures the whole weight of the body. It doesn't measure muscle mass, doesn't measure your fat, doesn't measure your bones, it doesn't measure your kidneys.
You know, when I go for my checkups, my wellness checkups, I don't even look. Like, you have to get on the scale to weigh, and I look away because I'm like, I don't want that planted in my head, because I'm never happy with the number. So I'm not even going to look. I don't even
no, me neither.
Yeah, that's great he did. That's awesome.
Wow, we learn something about each other every day.
Isn't that cool? I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron's on here. Hey, Aaron.
Aaron's here. Yes, he doesn't come on very often, but
Aaron's amazing.
Yeah.
A wealth of knowledge. He's always so knowledgeable.
So he says it's never too late, and glad you're part of the industry. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, you know, probably people say is, oh, why'd you get on with other YouTubers in the fitness area? Aren't they your competitors? And I said, no, I'm not competing against anyone.
And I love that so much. When I first got involved with YouTube, I almost didn't do it, because I'm like, you know, I really don't need that. I don't need competition. I don't need, because I mean, honestly, there are incredible channels on there. Aaron's being one of them, yours being another one, Maggie, Gavin's, I mean, Paul's, I mean, all you guys are amazing. We're all so very different, but if you had a competitive spirit, it'd be too much, way too much. I don't know how anyone does that. Who has time for that? Compete with yourself, right? Compete who you were yesterday, not with other people. I mean, I don't get that. And that's not what our community is about. And I'm so thankful for that. I really feel the fitness community on YouTube is a real nice one. It's we support each other, encourage each other. I wouldn't do it otherwise.
No. And as we're talking about YouTube, right? You've just had a membership. You've started a membership. So tell us a little bit about that.
I wanted to, I love small groups. I have small groups here. My profession is boot camps, you know, sessions, private clients. So I'm really big on the small group feel, safety. I can give more of me, more one-on-one time with a small group than I can publicly on my channel. So I thought the next move for me is I wanted to create this smaller community where I can give more of myself, where I can just say, hey, what are your questions? Like, what do you want to know? So I've been doing private tutorials. You know, Misty's on the Fit Squad, and she'll be like, hey, I have a question about my core. I'm able to take the time to do a 4-minute tutorial on here's the best way to get started to activate your core. And so I love that small group feel. I feel like that's where people can really excel. I mean, I love, you know, YouTube, the public uploading and all that kind of stuff, but I love like just digging a little bit deeper and providing a little bit more information to the people who really want to know it.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, when we start YouTube, I think we all go in there with eyes wide shut. Because none of us really knows how much effort it takes to run a YouTube channel. Whether you upload, like Aaron doesn't upload that often, but he makes sure that they are quality videos.
Oh, they're masterpieces.
They are, you know.
They're so good.
Yeah, aren't they just? And well researched, well edited, and everything like that.
Superb.
And, you know, whereas some of the stuff I was watching my really old stuff the other day, and I'm thinking, really? Did you really do that?
You know? Isn't it funny? I did the same thing. I was like, This is embarrassing.
Yeah. But that's all part of the learning process. Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
just
I
part of
agree.
the process. Hi, Steph. How you doing?
Oh,
Steph just
Steph.
joined.
Hey,
Yeah,
Steph. How are you? I love her.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
amazing.
And this is it. What I do try and do is with YouTube, especially people who follow me, I give them full watch on their videos
Yes.
um, because it is hard. I know how hard it is to get those watch hours.
Absolutely.
Um, I haven't shifted above 2000. It's very, very difficult.
It's
So
hard.
give I give everybody who is close and takes the time to comment and watch, and I will watch the whole video, whether it's, like he's not on here now, but Burpee Yoga
Oh,
Uncle,
yes.
he sometimes does 3-hour videos. I will play it in the background, you know,
Yes.
um, because he supports me a lot and he does a lot for mine as well. And that's what I like about the YouTube. It's not competitive, it's supporting each other.
Amen to that. It's all about that. And I agree with you, Augie, is that we as content creators understand how much time goes into not only creating the content, but the production of it and then the post production of it.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
always said I'm never going to do it. I was always like, when I first started, I just dumped my workouts onto YouTube. I'm like, I'm never going to edit. Well, that changed. I did become an editor, and very limited editing. But,
mhm.
it's more than I ever thought I would ever do because I actually enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Aaron's talking about the false information that people share, fitness leaders or leaders, so to
yeah,
speak. I agree with that. There's a lot of misinformation that can be
mm,
very dangerous. And I think people like become these so-called influencers and they may not have any background or knowledge, but they're like, hey, this is the product I'm using. I mean, anyone can be an influencer, but they
yeah,
have a lot of influence on people who are watching. And it's
yeah,
very dangerous because they don't have
mm,
any scientific knowledge about what they're doing. They're just promoting
mm,
products or whatever, and it
yeah.
is dangerous.
Yeah, and I know Aaron has spoken a lot about this in the past as well. And Aaron said earlier that he's been in the fitness industry for a long time and
Mhm.
has all the knowledge in the world. But
Yes,
like I say, and that's the downside, I think, of social media is that you get these influencers,
I know.
and these false images as well of
Yes.
like young girls with these, it's obviously been photoshopped or something, some
Well, all
kind
the
of,
filters, all the
yeah,
filters involved. It's like, okay, you don't even look like
yeah,
that. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like you're beautiful. Like you don't need that filter.
yeah, yeah. It does, but there are lots of, especially like teenage girls, I suppose, and boys who
Yeah,
are influenced by them, and it
I
just
know. And
makes
that's
me
what's so
angry.
dangerous.
Makes me angry. So, where
Mhm.
do you see your channel going for the future?
You know what? I'm doing my thing. My growth is slow and steady. And thanks, Misty. Thank you. It's just slow and steady, and I'm just doing my thing. I just want to keep helping people. The girls that do my boot camps, they watch my videos when they can't make boot camp, and they share it like with their families and stuff. So I'm like, I would like to keep going. I would like to keep plugging away. And so I just enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it.
Mm,
And I enjoy it. So I'm just going to keep going,
yeah,
slow and steady.
I think that there's sometimes I'm thinking I'm supposed to be uploading tomorrow, and I don't even know what I'm going to do.
I
You
was
know,
just going to ask you that. Like, how do you come up with your ideas?
um, I think of them. I like when I'm doing the educational ones, right? They do take a lot of time to do the research and everything like that. So it's just something that interests me. Like I did one on
Teenage.
osteoarthritis because that's what I've got in my shoulder. So
Mm,
it interests me. I did one on trigeminal neuralgia, which is a condition that I suffer from. But I've also done one. A neighbour of mine posted on a local neighbourhood site, and she wants to know more about osteoporosis, which, as a
mhm.
woman, you tend to get it worse than men.
Yes.
So I did one on that. So sometimes it's suggestions from others. Sometimes it's ideas that come up myself. I did one about, I've got a good friend of mine who's ex-Navy, about the same age as me, and he's struggling with any strength in his legs. So I did one on chair exercises just for the legs.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a mix and match. Other thing I was thinking, do you know what? I'm just going to do a kettlebell workout, and because I can do the kettlebell, and it's good.
I like your workouts. Your workouts are good. I like the one you just posted with, I think with the TRX when you were doing the balance. I'm like, I was impressed with your balance because a lot of people struggle with that one-legged thing, but you didn't struggle at all. You were like,
it's one thing I have worked on quite a lot is my balance, and especially to get older, it's important because despite what we do, we are getting older and things get more difficult. As much as we'd like to be 25.
Yes. Yes. No, and that's true. And the thing is, like my husband was having a back issue, and he went and got it checked on, and he was told plank workout, like you need to work your core, you need to make your core stronger. So I'm working more with him on that, and he's like, my back feels so much better after I do core exercises. And I'm like, it's just that those muscles protect your spine and take the pressure off that.
How is he doing in his fat loss journey? Is he still you haven't done this for a while?
Yeah, he maintained his weight loss. So maintenance, I think, is the hardest part. He's lost 40 pounds and he's kept it off. He still wants to lose some, and we're hoping with increased strength training. I mean, what's incredible is he started with lower weights. My husband is very strong. He's an outdoorsman. He's out, and I'm not making this up, he's out chopping wood right now. So he does like a lot of functional stuff. He's not really a strong gym person, but he likes to be outside. And so when he started with weights, he started out rather, not a lot of weight. But now he's upped his game where I struggle giving him the bar because it's so heavy now. But it's consistency and it's him staying with it. And his body is transforming. So it's not really the weight loss he's into, it's the muscle building. And so changing the whole anatomy, the physiology of his body, which is very nice.
Yeah, he's got a great coach.
Oh, you're sweet. Thanks, Aki.
Does he turn around and say, "Oh, Kirsten, I'm not doing that"?
The first time I trained him, he was so salty. I was like, listen, if I'm going to be your trainer, you're going to have to listen to me. And he was like, And so then, like with my normal clients, I count down. I'll be like 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7. So when I did that to him, he looked at me and he goes, "You can stop." And I'm like, this is what I do. So I don't count down for him because he finds that annoying.
Just like teaching a family member to drive. Don't do it.
I know, it's hard. It's hard. You got to find the whole rhythm thing,
Yeah. So Misty's going. I think she's about to drive. Right,
safe
slow and steady. Misty's improvements has been phenomenal.
You should have seen her this morning. She and I worked out together. I mean, honestly, she's so lean. I'm like, Misty, your body is changing. Like, I'm seriously watching her body shrink. She looks amazing, amazing. But it's consistency. Hashtag Team Perry. It's consistency, and it's changing up your workouts. It's strength training. It's moving throughout your day. It's steps, everything.
Yeah. So even Smithy, says, I have times when I struggle what to put up. I ask everyone. And that's the thing, is that I do put on the local sites. I said, has anybody got any ideas what topic you want me to cover? Then I will do, within reason, obviously. But yeah, I'm just amazed that Smithy's channel has blown up.
I know. I'm like, wait, how many subscribers does he have now? Oh my gosh.
It must be something like 28,000 or something like that. That's amazing.
Mean, Aaron has a huge channel too.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. So let's move on a bit. what exercise does Kirsten Quick detest most of all, but you do it anyway?
I'm telling you, I hate any sort of burpee. Like the Navy SEAL burpee, I hate burpees. But I do them. I warned the girls, we're doing a burpee challenge on Monday at boot camp. And I probably will have women not show up because I've already announced it. But we're going to do 5 minutes of burpees Tabata style. So we're going to do 20 minutes on, 10 seconds off for 5 minutes of burpees. I do what I don't like because I know they're good for me. I know when I do a lot of burpees, I feel it in my core. I feel it in my legs in a really good way. I like to feel after I work out. I like to feel that I worked out. And I know how good it is for my body. So I do it even though I don't really like doing it.
So my daughter Lisa's put up, I love the short videos. And sometimes if I haven't got a clue what to do, I look at my phone and thinking, yeah, that'll do for a short. Like I did one with a sandbag, and I did the one I put up yesterday with the suspension trainer.
Yeah.
And sometimes because I really just cannot think what to upload. And so I'm thinking, I'll put that short on. You know, it was recorded months ago or whatever, but yeah, that'll do just for as a filler. But
I think that's a great idea. And I think it's like, whatever you like, Augie, or whatever you're sharing, I think is a great, barometer for what you should share. Like you said, like you're going through certain things in your life with health, sharing that is going to help other people.
Yeah, personal experiences. Yeah. So I go back and say the one exercise I loathe, but I do it, but not a lot, and that's running. So sorry, Paul, if you're still here.
Sorry, Paul.
I loathe running, and people say, "Oh, why don't you do a marathon?" And I think I can't even imagine doing 5 miles, let alone a bloody marathon. And
you have to run when you were in the Royal Navy.
I had to do it, and so I did it.
But you didn't like it.
No.
Why don't you like it?
I just cannot get into it. I just get bored with it, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
And everybody's different. That's fine. If Paul and all the others who do this marathon running and this long distance running, great, fantastic. I admire you.
What do you think about Paul doing his 20-mile treadmill runs? I mean, I'm watching him on YouTube on Saturday morning, and I'm like, I'll go get coffee. I come back and I'm like, I don't know how you do that. I mean, I will run for 4 miles or 5 miles, but no, I just can't do it. I don't know. I'm kind of like this. I don't know how you do it, Paul. I don't know how your friend Susie and all your friends do it. I'm just like, I don't know.
So Smithy's asked a question about your channel. I think this is directed to you, Kirsten. Is what made the change for you, and what do you think was the factor that helped you blow up all of a sudden?
Wait, what was the question?
So your channel has got a lot bigger recently. I mean, I think you struggled to get to 1,000, and all of a sudden, bang. So what did you change anything? What happened?
So here's the thing. Oh, hi, Zeke. I get help. I got help. YouTube to me is like a foreign country. I'm like, how do you do it? How do you do it? So I have help. Regan Rogerson is my YouTube consultant. And, I meet with him and he gives me tips. He's very knowledgeable about the fitness industry on YouTube. And he helped me. All right, I'm going to say it. Thumbnails. I'm just going to say it. Thumbnails. He helped me with my thumbnails because I didn't know what I was doing. I was putting up crazy stuff, and he tailored my look and made me look more professional. That wasn't me. That was him. He helped me because I don't know enough about YouTube to know that. So he helped me with that. I have help. I had help learning how to edit. I hired an editing coach. I couldn't do it on my own. And so my editing coach, Derek, who also is on YouTube, he helped me. So I've had help. I feel like I have kind of a team around me. I have a friend who is also one of my coaches who helps me on social media. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And so she helps me with my with my Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I have help. So that's how I
I just
grew.
want to go back to Paul, who says he can change my attitude towards running. Give me a chance.
Oh, I believe he could. I believe
Yeah,
he
I'm
could.
sure you could. I mean, I do it, but if I do more than 3 miles, right, that is good.
I'm with
All right,
you. I'm
that
with
is
you
good.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of things here. I just want to just go through the comments. Shout out to her. So hard
Hey,
body training.
everybody.
He's got a great channel. I love his
I love this
workouts and brings the kids into doing it. Teach them young.
Yes.
Teach them young.
Good luck to
Yeah.
his modeling career. He's
Yeah.
gonna hit it
Well,
big. He's gonna hit it big.
yeah. Good. Good. Yeah. I used to follow someone. Can't remember what his channel was called now, and he blew up. Right, 50,000 plus
Wow.
subscribers.
Was it a
All of a
fitness
sudden.
channel?
I'm just trying to remember what his name was now. Can't remember. But yeah, but he's gone into a different league now.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So there was a woman, beautiful, beautiful young fitness leader, and she started when I started. And girlfriend is in another atmosphere now. She's like 50K, 100K.
yeah.
What's her name? Olivia Lawson. Beautiful.
Oh
Check
yes, yes, yes. I used to
Beautiful,
follow her as well.
beautiful woman, beautiful
Yeah.
channel. She does a lot of, I think, step workouts, but she went like this. See you later.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bye, have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't care. I don't
I
do
don't
you.
care either. I'm happy for her. I'm
This
happy
is
for her. I
this is
mean,
a hobby for me. This is a
yes,
hobby. I've got enough going on without trying to make YouTube into a business. I know you've got it as a little bit of a business.
yes.
Okay, and you're monetized now and everything like that.
But
Um,
monetization, like, let's be real. I mean, it's not like, okay, I'm quitting my job now. I mean, let's be
you
real.
won't be buying your private jet anytime soon.
No, I mean, come on. Oh,
Yeah,
Erin, she is a good friend. Oh, that's awesome. I'm sure it is her full-time gig. I mean, girlfriend just exploded
yeah.
because she's just really good at what she does and she
Yeah.
is amazing. That's awesome.
So Aaron says thumbnails are the hardest part for me as well as SEO. So I
Mm,
subscribe to,
yeah.
I've got TubeBuddy and vidIQ, right, both of them. And I do get, mark, in the 90s to 100 or whatever. But again, I think a lot of it is down to luck, maybe, whether people find your channel
Yes.
and everything. And when you've uploaded, right, and you wake up the following morning and you've got 20 views and you're thinking, I put so much effort into that and I've got 20 views after, let's say, 6 hours.
Oh,
And
I
you're
hate
thinking,
that. I hate it so much.
don't you just, don't you just,
I
yeah.
get embarrassed. I'm
And,
like, oh gosh, look, it's been up for 4 hours and I have like 16 views.
yeah. And, but, I've got used to that now. I'm sure you have as well.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's still, like you said, you're like, you put the work in. So then I start second guessing myself. I'm like, man, I thought that was a good workout. I thought people would like that workout. Maybe they're not going to like it. But then, slowly but surely, like the numbers will go up. But I put a lot of pressure on myself. Do you put pressure on yourself,
Yeah.
Augie?
Too
Yeah,
much.
I do. I do too. Too much.
Too
Where
much.
I need
Too
to
much.
chill. I need
Yeah,
to
I
chill.
really do. So reaching Carlin's is does not mean rolling in the dough.
No
Unless you're
way.
very, very
No one does
lucky.
it. No
What's it
way.
called? Mr. Beast or something like that has got 20 squillion subscribers.
Gosh, yes.
And the number of people who can actually make a living from it, just from YouTube, is tiny.
I have a nephew who's a YouTube rock star.
All right.
Yay! He's
Hey.
amazing. If you have kids or if you know people that struggle with math, his channel is Math with Mr. J. I mean,
Okay.
I think he's like at 100K or something like that.
Right.
But
Okay.
he blew up right around when the world shut down a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
And he blew up because everyone was being taught at home and you didn't have the same sort of one-on-one support. And so his channel exploded.
Yeah. Yeah. So Steph is on a similar subject. What has worked for you guys in growing your channel, like subscriber views or even styles? So I think that one of the things for me is I've become more confident in front of the camera. Now I'm not exactly what you would call inward looking and shy anyway. But I think doing it in front of a camera is like doing a live. 18 months ago, I could not imagine doing this. I would be petrified. But now look at us. So I think confidence in front of the camera is one thing. Be yourself. For me, you've got to be yourself. Don't try to copy somebody else.
Amen.
Yeah, be yourself. So I've stopped worrying. I don't even look at my analytics.
Right. I don't either.
I know how to, but I don't bother. I
No.
can't be bothered. I think that if you're really into YouTube and want to make it a business, then you're going to have to do that kind of thing. But for me, I just can't be bothered. It's unimportant to me. I've tried, and I'm an analyst in my day job, and I just can't be bothered. Subscribers. Let's talk about subscribers. I am so off about bloody YouTube. I'm getting 2 in a day, and then the following day I'm losing 2 or 3, and then it's going up and down like a yo-yo at the moment. What about you, Kirsten? You're well over 1,000 now. So
yeah, but it's slow and steady. It's slow and steady. It's like, it doesn't happen fast. And Steph, I just want to say, like, you have an amazing energy and your videos are so good. Like when I first, I don't know if you do this, Augie, but like I'll check things out and I know I looked at your channel, Steph, when you and I first became friends, and I'm like, girlfriend's gone. Bye, Steph. Like, she's going to be like Olivia. Boom. Yeah. Like that was my first thought, because you're amazing. Your energy's amazing. You're real. You're you. And your videos are so good. Your workouts are amazing. So do not worry. It will happen for you. In growing my channel, I'm just being me. Like Augie said, I've tried to, I've hired people to help me because this is such a foreign country for me, YouTube. So I've gotten help where I needed to get help, but I don't focus on my subs. I do get caught up in views, like we were talking before. I get embarrassed if it's not people aren't watching. But other than that, I'm just being me. I enjoy it. I enjoy sharing workouts. And I have fun doing it, which is why I do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's it. Is my advice would be just don't care about anyone else. Be you.
Yes.
Yes. I think that at the beginning, we all do care about views, subscribers, and everything else about it. But after a while, I'm thinking, do you know what? I don't care.
Well, you and I, Augie, when we talked last week, we did a workout together, Augie and I, and it was really fun. And then we talked for like a half hour afterwards.
Yeah.
But you'll get burnt out. So if you have to enjoy doing what you're doing, especially because it takes a lot of time. YouTube takes a lot of time. And if you're not enjoying it, you're going to burn out, and it's going to be like, see you later. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And I've almost been there a couple times where I'm just like, I don't think it's working. Yeah. But I don't really give up on a lot of stuff. So I just kept trudging through, and I'm glad I have, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the community.
Yeah. And we did talk about the number of people who started around about the same time as us and have gone.
They're gone. Yeah.
And
for one reason or another,
Yeah. And I know Burpee Yoga Unk, he said that a lot of people who, once they get to 1,000, then go. They get to 1,000, then go, because it's bloody hard work.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
It's hard work, which is why you better enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard work. I mean, I schedule my real life. I have to schedule YouTube in with my real life. And Augie, you and I both know we're in fitness. And so there's so much physical capacity we have in our bodies. So I have to time it out. Like I've got 2 boot camps on Mondays and Wednesdays, so I cannot shoot on Mondays and Wednesdays. Fridays I can't, so I have to kind of figure out when I'm going to do my YouTube workout.
You've just dropped something.
Sorry, my schedule.
You look so professional, and then you've got to scribble on a bit of paper.
Oh, you should see my schedule. I'm a list maker.
Yeah.
My friends are like, you haven't gone electronic yet? I'm like, no, like this is it.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I've got. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, you're much later than me, though.
I typed it up, so I'm ahead of you on that one. So Paul says, don't look at analytics more than once every few days. It would drive you crazy. You're better than me. I look at mine once every few weeks if I'm lucky.
See, my consultant will look at it for me, and because he's like, this is what's working for you. This is what's not working for you. So he's been very helpful because I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But Paul, you are such a specific, like your training. I look at your videos and I'm like you have certain days you do certain things, like you time everything, like everything is so specific. Like it just boggles my mind. You do such a great job, seriously, with your training. It's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, concur. So Lisa's put, and get your wife to record your videos. She's my camera lady.
She's awesome.
That is my camera. And also for anybody who's thinking about starting a channel, all right, that's all you need. You don't need anything posh and spending hundreds of pounds. Yeah.
This is my handy cam, you guys. I went into the camera store and I'm like, I need like a point and shoot. So this is what I have.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest, but hey.
Yeah. Well, you and I said, or I think earlier this week, said technology and I are not the best of friends.
No, we're enemies, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So life outside of fitness, apart from YouTube, what do you get up to?
I do a lot of fitness, so that's basically my job. So I have personal clients. I'm up early every day with my personal clients. And then I have boot camps. And that's basically what I do. And then I, manage a household, which has gotten a lot quieter since my children are adults now, but I'm still, active in their lives. So, there's still stuff going on. I've got my dog. So, it's just real life, it's my real life job. So, and then YouTube, I think, has taken up the extra, like, if I had like 2 hours slack in my day, it's now taken up.
You ever have that?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of downtime in my day. No, that's for sure. No. How about you, Augie? What's your day like?
Well, I manage a gym. All right, it's a small gym at work. That's part-time. I've also got another job, which is part-time as well, as a civil servant. And I've got my PT business, and I do YouTube. So I spend far too much time on YouTube. To be quite honest, I spend most evenings either playing, watching, recording, doing something with YouTube. I don't watch TV anymore. It's on in the background, but I don't watch it. Jeanette does. But I'm mostly doing something to do with YouTube when I'm at home. I wouldn't say it's taken over my life, and I'd like to have a break from it. Like once we finished here, it's a lovely day. We'll go for a walk.
Yes.
But it becomes addictive to me.
Well, I have, like, my husband is very much like, our evenings are our time. Like, if he sees me, he's like, get off.
Yeah. Are you talking about me again?
Exactly. So I have to get everything done for YouTube during the day, because at nighttime he's like, get off it, this is our time, and I'm like, yes it is, so I'm off. But you're right, it can be addictive, because it's like I have a schedule. I'm a very schedule routine oriented person, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to shoot on Tuesday, I'll edit Wednesday, it'll upload on Thursday, boom 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 boom. But if I happen to like go on vacation or all this, it's like I'm done. So look at Aaron, he uses 5 different cameras.
Well, yeah, because they look really professional, though.
Yes, they do. Keep doing what you're doing, Aaron. They look amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I do mine in my living room.
Well, that's why Aaron, you're doing amazing. Honestly, like your channel has grown so much and continues to grow. And that's why, because you put the time into it. People like watching a good production. because it's entertainment, right? So the better we can make it, I'm at my capacity. I mean, I'm like, if I can maybe do my phone and this camera, now we're talking.
You're a genius.
I'm genius.
You're a genius.
But yeah, Deanna, hi, honey. We worked out together this morning. Yeah, Aaron is off the charts. I mean, I look at his videos and I'm like, you could put this like on a movie screen.
Yeah, yeah,
they're so good. So keep doing what you're doing. It's amazing.
So Steph says it's just a team of me and another editor, camera assistant. So I do it all myself, other than Jeanette does my filming, because I find it really, because I haven't got a good setup where, especially if I'm doing it indoors, whereby following me around when I'm doing my exercise. When I do it in the garden, I've tried doing it by myself and I'm out of screenshot. I'm moving around and I'm out of screenshot. I'm thinking, you idiot. So I'm going to do it all again. You know.
I hate that. Well, especially because what we do is physical. So if we're like halfway through our workout and something happens, you're like, now I have to do it all again.
Well, I've had the neighbors walking by and things like that. And I'm thinking, well, the postman comes and I'm thinking, I try and make a joke of it, say, come and join me, come and join in, you know, and my neighbors must think I'm absolutely crazy, which is probably true. Yeah, this is probably true.
We've laughed about that before. I see you working out outside and I'm like, your neighbors think you're nuts today.
Yes, yeah, well, they do, yeah. And so Steph mentions about, she's got somebody helping with thumbnails. So I, with regards to thumbnails, I think you've changed yours a little bit recently or over the last few months. And I've sort of like tried different things to see what works. And I had a comment from somebody we both know, I can't remember who it was now, said, the latest one I'm using really stands out. It's a bright red and it really stands out.
That's nice. You want it to stand out because that's when people will open up your video. So if you have a thumbnail that is interesting or looks good, people are going to click on it. So I think it's called the click on rate. I don't know if it is or not, but like my Regan, who's helping me, has done research and he's not done research. He has told me about the research that's been done, and thumbnails are extremely important. I think that's what changed things. That's what grew my channel or my thumbnails.
I mean, Smithy, I know he does a lot of his in his front room as a studio. But you've got to make the best of what you've got.
Yes.
It'd be great if I could hire a hall. Just there's a parish hall just down the road would be perfect, but I would need a proper camera person, and I have to pay for the hire of it, and etc. and time. So it's just you've got to make the best of what you've got. I mean, I would love to have a room like yours in my house where there's nothing else. Is it just your fitness studio?
This is my office. This is my office that I turned into a studio 2 years ago when I started YouTube.
Wow.
And it's been progressing ever since. Like I'm trying to up my game a little bit. I had like a drape in the back, and I'm like, that looks terrible. So I got rid of that, and just little tweaks here and there, little tweaks along the way.
Yeah. Even Aaron says, definitely need to change. Only made 20 videos in 2 years. I'm not surprised the amount of effort that goes into yours, Aaron. Almost 4,000 subs for 20 videos. That is absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's
good for you. Amazing. It works though. It works for you, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Hello, Marie. So Marie's joined us. I think Marie is also from the UK in London, somewhere around London area. Yeah. Lisa says, bright thumbnail, even brighter text caption. So I've been doing some research on, YouTube experts about. Some people say have as little text as possible, right? But make it nice and bright so that people can see, because most people use a phone. So they need it big and bright, right, to be able to see properly on a phone, all right? Aaron goes on to talk about click-through rate.
There it is, click-through rate. That's what it is, click-through rate.
Yeah, CTR. So 10% or higher if possible. Yeah, and I've heard that, from others as well.
Yes.
But it's difficult. Sometimes you look through some videos and thinking, only about 2%. Is it worth it? But then others, I do have 10, 12%. I just think sometimes it's just hit and miss.
I mean, I think it is, Augie. I think it is. Just like, we decide what content we're going to do. Like for me, what workouts I'm going to do. It's hit or miss. If it's, do people like them or not? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Well, I'd like to move on if we can, because we keep coming back to YouTube and everything, that funny old thing. Right. If you had a superpower, Kirsten, what would it be?
If I had a superpower, it'd probably be between flying and if I could time travel, I would like to do that. So maybe that's both the same thing. Because if I could fly, I could probably go back in time.
Yeah. So you'd like to appear in Back to the Future, for real?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And what year do you think you'd like to go to?
I mean, I would like to meet like family that I never knew. I never met my grandmother. She died when she was young, when my mom was 16. And my grandfather on my dad's side died when my dad was 8. So family members that I never really knew. And I think it'd be cool to just go back in time and just see what it was like back then,
Yeah, I always think that, we do a lot of complaining, in our lifestyle today, and especially like the last 2 years and everything like that. But I always think, what must it have been like to live through World War One, World War Two? Especially over in the UK, because our places were bombed, and it's the same over in Germany and France and all around Europe as well. What must it have been like, never knowing, right, whether you or your relatives were going to be alive? And going back further, my kind of background, like poverty, real poverty, not so-called poverty that is around today.
Yes.
We have it so easy, and look at us chatting now. We're thousands of miles apart.
Yes.
I think we should be lucky with what we've got this day and age.
Oh, we have so much to be thankful for. And I think of what's even going on in the world right now. It's we have so much to be thankful for that where we are right now is safe and everything. But yeah, you're right, Augie. We take a lot of things for granted, I think, in this day and age. And we're constantly, instead of having like a thankful heart, we're constantly like, this is what I want. I need this. I need this. I need that. Like it's good to have goals, but it's also good to be happy where you are and to be thankful for where you are right now this day.
So, and this is the beauty of doing something like this as well. Aaron and Steph are now talking to each other in the chat.
Yay, that's awesome. I love that connection.
Yeah.
What it's all about.
I think that is the thing that I like about this modern technology is the fact that we are actually, wherever you are in the world, you can communicate. Okay, there might be a language barrier for some people, but you get my point. And despite being old, not growing up with computers, I love it. And, but I've got to step away from it sometimes.
Yeah, no, I think that's a healthy thing, Augie. I think it's healthy to walk away, to give yourself a break from it. And I do that a lot on the weekends. It's like, okay, I need just some time, I need some time away. It can be a lot. It can be a lot.
Yeah. So Lisa used to be a carer. She did. And some of the Simpler Things was the best entertainment from the early 1920s. So black and white movies and films and things like that.
Now, what's a carer?
Sorry?
What's a carer?
Carer. Looking after disabled people or elderly or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you call it over there then?
Maybe caregiver or or I don't know, an assistant, a physical assistant.
So it'd be amazing if we could plan a big meetup between all our friends here at some point. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
I'm
awesome.
gonna have to come on holiday over to the US and just do a tour of like Val's in Arizona.
Right.
Arizona, actually. And you've got Majors. He's another
He's in Vegas, right?
He's in Vegas.
Yep.
Who else is there? Is you in North Carolina? Where's
Yep.
Misty? She's in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. I think I'll have to do a tour.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be good, yeah. I'm going to start winding it down now. We've been going for an hour already.
Augie, wait, you never told us what your superpower would be.
Oh, my superpower. I think that I'd love to be able to fly.
Oh, fly!
I would. So I could just hover around and just look around and see, when I've been in I don't know, do you know what a microlight is? A microlight? It's like a very small flying machine that's piloted and everything like that. It's got an engine, obviously, and it's great because they're quite small and you don't actually get strapped in, but you can look over the side. Scary, mind you.
You have a height? Do you have a fear of heights?
I do.
Me too.
I would say it's a severe fear of heights.
Me too.
I'm scared of going on a plane or anything like that. But yeah, I need to be safe. I need to be safe. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. I'm a Superman. Hey.
Oh, yes, he is. Augie is a Superman.
Yeah, and so Smithy is basically the same thing. Fly and time travel at the same time. Yeah, the year I'd like to go back to. My favorite kind of music is 1950s rock and roll.
Wow.
Yeah. So like Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis, and
that's awesome. I mean, those are classics.
Yeah.
Right?
And so I would love to have been like a teenager, early 20s in the late 50s. I wasn't born until 1960, but I love that kind of music, and I think that
that is great. I love that music too. I love the 60s and 70s. I'm an 80s girl, but I love 60s and 70s. Yeah.
No, you're a 90s girl at your age, aren't you? You're
90s. Yeah, I'm a 90s girl. Everything in the important things in my life happened in the 80s. Like I graduated from high school, graduated from college, got married. I mean, all in the 80s, which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I was at sea most of the time in the 80s.
You were at sea?
Yeah.
Wow.
My daughter Lisa was born in 1982, so she's 40 in September.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, Paul's also in North Carolina. Did you know that?
That what?
Paul.
No, Paul's in North Carolina. He has said that we should go for a run, and I'm like, I can't run with you. I got so nervous when he said that. I'm like, yeah, Paul.
We meet for a coffee and chat about this first.
I'll do your warm-up run with you, and then you can keep going.
Yeah, and we named Lisa Marie after Elvis Presley's daughter.
I love that. That's so awesome.
Yeah. Time travel. Yeah, time travel. Aaron, time travel as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. That'd be amazing, right? I love that.
Okay, I'm going to start winding it down now. All right.
All right.
Anything else in particular you'd like to bring up, or anybody else anything they want to bring up?
Let me try and think. I already asked you that. What's your favorite part of doing what you do?
I think it's got to be feedback from people that I've helped, like my client who's 65, for instance. Simple things. She bought a pair of shorts to go on holiday. She didn't take them on holiday because they're she couldn't even get them over her legs. 9 weeks later, they're now too big. Now that is gold dust to me.
Yes. Yeah. That's wonderful.
That is gold dust. And also people who I think have told me that their lives have improved immensely. Right. And I'm not talking about some of the fakes you get, like Aaron has said before, fakes you get on social media and everything like that. I'm talking about real progress, like a 75-year-old who couldn't do one single press up on her knees can now do 10 on her knees. You know, that kind of thing. What do you think, Kirsten?
I agree with you. And it's not just physical benefits, because when you are the people that we work with, when they have a goal in mind, that physical goal seeps into every aspect of their life. And so when I see a life changed, when I see a life empowered, when I see a life given a more richer kind of quality, that makes it all worthwhile. When you have someone who never thought that they could achieve a certain goal, when they actually achieve that goal, that's rich. That's
Yeah.
gold. That is when you see someone's lives change. And that's what does it for me. It's quality of life. It's letting someone achieve their greatest effort, and feeling good about it, having a better life for it.
Yeah, I agree. Aaron's just commented, I just want to say how grateful I am to know all of you guys who call you friends. Absolutely, completely agree. You're doing amazing things to help so many people. And I think that that's what, we, never mind the big money or anything like that, and whatever, it's helping people.
Yes.
I think that's what I get, because I know that I can offer. Maybe I'm lucky with, I'm still fit at the age of 61,
Yeah.
and you are still fit at the age of 31.
I was like, oh, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
You know me too well by now, Kirsten. Never ask a lady her age. How old are you?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my age. It's okay.
Yeah, and we can't turn the clock back. We just got to make the most of what we've got. And we've said this before.
Yes.
I know you intend to live to your 130. For most of us, when you get to a certain age, is that we've got more years behind us than we have in front. And my thing is that I want to live the rest of my life the best way I can. Okay, I'm going to suffer from ill health eventually, right? We all are, whatever it may be. But I intend to go on forever, and I did a video on this: health span rather than lifespan.
There you go. I like that. Who wants to be sick? Who wants to, I mean, it happens. It happens. But if you can do everything you can to stay healthy, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So Deanna says the 5-minute series really helped me with limiting beliefs around my body weight work and working with weights. Is that one of yours, Kirsten? Yeah.
That's awesome. I did a series of really short videos. I did a challenge, I believe, last summer. And I did get a lot of really good feedback on people, because you can make time for 4 minutes. You can make time for 5 minutes. You have to start somewhere and then go from there. But just little steps at a time. I'm glad that was really helpful, Deanna.
Good. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. So Lisa says, nice to meet you, Kirsten.
Aw, that's nice. Oh, Lisa. Aw.
Lisa lives about 120 miles north of where we live.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's see what Aaron's got to say. A new client that started with me a month ago and had some injuries, and through working with them, they have no more pain. Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
And the same with my 65-year-old client. She used to have, and Claire, who I've mentioned before, used to have a lot of back pain when she had her second child. That's now gone. And that's what it's all about. And I think that we can get people to realize that their bodies can change without doing anything drastic or anything like that. And I love it.
Yes, just consistency.
Aaron wants to live to his 100 and beyond, but healthy and happy. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Kirsten's going to live to 120, she said, in the past. Yeah. Good luck on that. Anyway, should we wind it down now? Unless anybody's got anything else to say? You got anything else? What you got planned for the rest of the day, Kirsten?
Not just to say feeling good feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what have you got for a plan for the rest of the day, Kirsten?
I'm actually going to clean my gym.
All right.
So I'm going to go out there and clean it up, because I'm going to do a little spring cleaning. I'm going to add some shelves and do some fun little stuff in my gym. So I'm going to go out and clean it today, I think.
Oh,
So,
good.
and then maybe
Good.
go shopping. Saturdays, I don't really have time to go shopping during my week, so I have to get it in on weekends.
Yeah, and because you don't ever sleep during the week because you're up. I get up right when we're at 5 o'clock or something like that, our time, and I've noticed a message from you, and it's only about 4 hours ago or something like that, and I'm thinking, Kirsten, go to bed.
I know. Yeah, I make the mistake of texting because I'm up so early. I'll text people and I'll wake them up. And I hate it. I'm so sorry. I'll wake them up with the ding. And I'll see them later in the day and they'll be like, what were you doing up at like 4:55? And you woke me up with your text. Thank you very much. I'm like, I'm sorry.
You should say, put your phone on silent then.
That's right. That's right, Aggie.
Yeah. Well, overnight, I have mine because I don't use an alarm to get up. And so I just have mine on plane mode.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I just have it on plane mode so that I can, if I wake up, I don't have a clue what the time it is. I just look at my phone and see what the time is. Do I need to get up now?
Yeah.
Or,
You just naturally wake up, right?
Yeah. I'd never use an alarm. Oh, can you imagine me using an alarm at 4:45 and Jeanette still fast asleep? I'd have a knife in my back.
What time do you get up, your time?
Me? 5 o'clock-ish.
Oh, so you're an early riser too.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
But I'm an early to bed person.
Yeah,
I
me
go
too.
to
Me
bed
too.
early.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm usually in bed by, especially if I'm at work, about 9:30.
Yeah, that's about
Yeah,
right.
something like that. Yeah, okay. I don't have an alarm. I can imagine having an alarm at 4:45 or 5 o'clock and Jeanette's retired and I'd have a knife in my back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm going to start winding it down now. It's so much fun. I don't want to stop. Thank you, Aaron. We love you too. You're brilliant.
Thank you. I'm glad that people connected on here. That's awesome. And Aggie, we'll have to do another one with like Aaron and Gavin and Misty.
I've been hoping to get Gavin to do a live with me.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because at least we'd be in the same time zone.
That's right. You could actually do it.
Our clocks go forward tomorrow.
Oh, ours went forward 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so you and I would then be 5 hours time difference.
Oh, because I thought we were 5 hours apart. That's why.
Yeah, we got it mixed up last week, didn't we?
It doesn't take much to mix me up.
No, yeah. So Aaron would like to do a collab in the future. That'd be brilliant.
Awesome. That'd be awesome. Yay!
He loves doing live chats. Yeah, I do as well.
I do too. It's fun. It's really fun.
Right, I'm going to wind it down. Any final comments, Kirsten?
No, just keep on keeping on, keep on doing what you guys are doing. Every single one of you who has been on here with Aggie and I have a very unique channel, and it's all you. And each one of you are originals. You're authentic. So keep being you. Keep doing you. Don't overthink, right? Don't overthink, especially when it comes to working out. Just get up and do it. Get up and get it done. Have a plan. Don't wake up and be like, oh, what am I going to do today? All right. Have a plan, right? This is what I'm going to do today. And mindset is everything. Mindset. Stay positive. Stay looking up, right? Don't get bogged down in the negative. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's have you heard a guy called Sean Cannell? Yes.
He's one of the big ones.
Yes.
So he's got on his, it says, you've just got to press record.
That's right.
At the beginning, you've just got to press record.
Yeah, I love that. That's good advice. Truly.
Yeah, right, I'm going to let you go and clean
your
gym.
You have a great day.
Yeah, well, it's now 3:15 here.
Okay, all right. Yeah. It's early here. It's 11:15, so I'm going to clean my gym.
Just want to say one final thing. Smithy says he uses Zoom, right? I've used Zoom for work calls. You do as well, do you?
I do too. I use it. I have women that will Zoom my workouts, boot camp workouts, as well as live. So when I'm doing a live workout, I've got Zoom going on too. And I mean, I have maybe up to 7 to 10 women on Zoom doing my workouts.
Yeah, I know Smithy's said that before, that he uses Zoom. I've never used it for this, but I don't do live workouts with a small group or anything like that. That may happen in the future, but again, it's time.
Yeah, it's time. And who knows? You know, that door may open for you at some point.
Oh, well done, Smithy, on your second dan in your black belt, by the way, in your martial arts.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, he's another one. It's like Forrest Gump. It's like, what else is Gavin going to achieve?
Yeah. What comes next? And he does cooking as well.
I know. I'm like, I don't know how he does it. It's amazing. You're amazing. You guys are, really.
Anybody got any final comments or anything? So Lisa's enjoyed it. Good, because she wouldn't get her birthday present if she didn't say that.
That's great. Thanks, Lisa.
Fun discussion from Misty is great. And you know, Misty's brilliant.
Be safe, Misty.
I love watching her epic disasters.
Those are amazing. Relax and enjoy.
Yeah, I've got that in my head.
Me too. When I'm doing my squats, I'll be like, sit back. And then I'm like, relax and enjoy.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Right.
See, you have an effect on all of us. Never do squats quite the same now.
Yeah. Right. Let's call it a day, shall we? Or not?
Yeah. Okay. Have a great day.
Aaron's off to a soccer game. That's called
Have fun, Aaron. Good luck to your son.
Good luck. Good luck, Aaron. Hope you win, or your boys' team wins anyway. Yeah. Right. I'll let you go, Kirsten.
All right. Thank you. This was so fun.
We'll stay in contact, and we'll do another live stream soon.
Absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.